Hey guys, welcome to Watchdog Central. I wasn't planning on making a video today, but I decided to make one due to some circumstances that happened today. I actually got pulled over by the police earlier on, probably about 3-4 hours ago. At the time I got pulled over, it was broad daylight. I got pulled over for absolutely no fucking reason whatsoever. Just walking down the road, minding my own business. Now, this is how I was dressed. Just wearing a t-shirt, like a tracksuit top, baseball cap and rucksack, which I had around my back like so. Just walking down the road, minding my own business, coming back, just basically went out for a fucking walk down to my local park, one of my local parks, to get some exercise, because I like lots of walking. This is what I do. I've been doing a lot over the 6 months, exercising and walking, and I got pulled over by 3 police officers. They just drove up beside me in a car, and at first I didn't realise they were police officers because they didn't identify themselves at first. They got out of the car and they were looking around a little bit like this, and it looked like he was walking towards one of the doors. Next minute he just turns around. There was 3 of them. There was 2 women, 1 man. They were all wearing just normal clothes, so I presume they were CID officers, plainclothes detectives, whatever, sitting in a car with nothing better to do on a day like this, just to pull random people over on the street for no fucking reason because they are plain bored. Okay, so it was an unmarked car, so I didn't know it was the police. 3 people get out of the car, all wearing plain clothes, so I didn't know it was the police. They didn't identify themselves at first, so I wouldn't have known it was the police. One of them walked up to me finally after coming away from off the door and said, "Excuse me sir, we're the police, could you mind stepping over here and keeping your hands out of your pockets?" and flashed out a warrant card identifying himself as a police officer. So I went, okay then, what's the problem? And then he looks at me and goes, "Well sir, you've been acting a little bit suspicious." I went, "Oh really? What do you mean acting suspicious?" Now before I even get to say a fucking word, he grabs my arm. Now at the time I've actually got my hand in my pocket. You know, I've got one hand with my rucksack here, and I've got this hand in my pocket. He just grabs my arm for no fucking reason. "Sir, can you keep your hands out of your pockets?" Like I stuck it in there and I'd done it deliberately to wind him up. Grabs my fucking arm like that, and turns around to the other officer, one of the female officers, and says, "Excuse, yeah, just get me the cuffs." Haha, fucking handcuffs. He takes out a pair of fucking handcuffs, like that. I said, "What are you putting the handcuffs on me for?" He's like, "Well, you were going into your pockets. Well, you might have something on you." Yes, I might have something on me. I may have something that may hurt the officer, because there's 3 plain-clothes detectives standing in front of me, and the first thing that's going to break into my head is to pull a knife out of my pocket and stab one of them while they're all staring at me. Yeah, that's... And also, for what reason did you believe that I actually had something on my person that would cause you some kind of a harm? Did you see me walking down the road with a gun or a blade on me, you know? It's not like I was walking down the road fucking with a fucking knife or anything. You didn't see me with anything. You have no reason to pull me over. I mean, how's that a reason for pulling someone over? They're looking suspicious. Now, look at the way I'm dressed, right? First off, I'm just dressed normally. Now, okay, fair enough. I've been told I dress younger than what I am. I'm going to be 40 years old in January. And I dress probably a lot younger than a 40-year-old, you know. I might have a little bit of the thug look today. I don't know what it is. Have I got a little bit of the Trayvon Martin look at me? I've got a little bit boys in the hood or something. And by the way, there's one thing that these little pricks never picked up on the whole time. This is great police work, by the way. I'm walking down the road, yeah. If I was breaking into somebody's house, which they claim that I might have been doing because they said there was a spate of burglaries in the order, in the vicinity, if I was breaking into someone's house or just came out of someone's gate, would I be wearing these? You know, I'm walking down the road, yeah, listen to fucking Rage Against the Machine with my MP3. I've got fucking listen. Who breaks into houses with Rage Against the Machine blaring in their MP3 player? Ain't fucking me, is it? Okay, so let me just take out the earphones so I can actually hear what I'm talking about now. I just left them in there for video recording purposes. Now, I'm standing there like a cunt. I have handcuffs on me and my hands are like this. I'm already a criminal. And all I was doing was walking down the road like everybody else was doing on this beautiful, wonderful day, minding my own fucking business. Yeah, I'm the one standing in the middle of the road like a cunt with handcuffs on me for doing absolutely nothing. Now, these people, or these police officers, didn't even treat me like a human being. They didn't ask me normal questions, you know. It's the way they done it. They rush you, you know. It's like a fucking jacking. They rush you when they come up to you. They don't just stand there and, excuse me sir, would you mind explaining to me where you're coming from? They don't act like that. You have 3 officers, one of them, who was a fucking right bitch, grabbed my bag. She didn't ask me, can I look for your bag? She just grabbed it off my hand. At the same time, one of them grabs it. The other female officer gets your attention by asking you questions. She'll say, excuse me, sir, look at me, look at me. And while I'm looking at one of the bitches, the other bitch is going through my fucking bag. This is great fucking police work, by the way. And the main guy who pulled his woman card out on me, he's the guy who, at the same time, he's searching me. He's basically got rubbing his hands up and down my leg, rubbing off my fucking bollock. So here I am. 1 minute I'm walking down the road. And by the way, I've got no criminal convictions. I've never been convicted of anything. I've never been in trouble with the police in my fucking life. Yes, no convictions at all. Never been in trouble with the police. Yet, one of them's on my leg, feeling me up, trying to see whether I've got things concealed on my persons. Another one's going through my property, my bag, for no reason. And the other one is asking me questions. While, before any of this happened, the first thing that they did was put handcuffs on me and treat me like a fucking criminal. I'm just pissed off, man. You know, I'm just pissed off with the whole situation, the whole way it went about. You know, it's just like a normal day for me, and they have to come along and fucking ruin it. It's like, how do they expect to gain any kind of respect as an authority when they go around pulling random people off the street for no reason and slapping handcuffs on them before they even ask you the first question? There's no reasoning behind it. There's no logic behind it. They're trying to, you know, they're trying to divide themselves away from people. They're doing a great fucking job about it. You know, they're not helping themselves. There's nothing beneficial coming their way from the way that they act towards people. You know, they should be out there catching real fucking criminals. I mean, what do they just do? Sit in a fucking squad car or sit in their little poxy ass car on their lunch break, and they've got nothing better to do because they're not out there catching terrorists. They're not out there catching the real fucking criminals. They're just waiting for random people to walk up the road that might be dressed, I don't know, a little bit fucking hood for the fucking day. I don't know. Am I from Boys in the Hood today because of the way I dress? And I'm just walking down the road. You know what? He's wearing a baseball cap. It says New York. That looks a bit gangster. He must be a fucking 50 Cent fan. He's got a fucking MP3 on it. I can see it. He's listening to 50 Cent. He's gonna pull that motherfucker over. Pull that cunt over right fucking now. We'll fucking jack him there. We'll go and we'll sneak up on the motherfucker, yeah? We'll drive the car up and we'll fuck, as soon as he gets up to him, we all run out at once, yeah? And then we fucking just question him. You make sure you grab his bag. While you're doing that, you question him, and I'll fucking slap the handcuffs on him. Fucking scare the shit out of him. He won't even know what the fuck happened. That's what they done. It was a fucking jacking. This is the way the police carry on. The police are fucking arseholes. Arseholes. It just wasn't professional. It wasn't professional the way they went about it. There was nothing professional at all. They're incapable of doing their jobs up to scratch. It really is as simple as that. I have had another incident with the police. It was another harassment thing. I suppose you can call it harassment because there's no other way to explain it apart from harassment. I mean, if you want to stop and search people on the street, you know, it could be done in a more civilised way. You could just walk up to the people and you could just ask them a question. Just stand back from them and just say, excuse me, sir, where are you coming from? Now, that's a perfectly reasonable question. You could say, where are you coming from? Where are you going? Where have you been? And then let you be on your merry way, mind your own business. But they don't want to do that. They think if they pull random people off the street who look a little bit, I don't know, dodgy to them, they're not dressed a certain way that day, they believe that maybe, just maybe, we can get that score, you know, we could open this bag up and he could have something illegal in there, you know. They don't give a fuck. It's why they do so many stop searches on cars and they always pull cars over, because they want to fucking go into your car. And by the way, I've never made a video about the police before. I've never put comments up on YouTube about the police before. I'm not one of these people who really despise the police until this very day. Now I fucking hate them with a passion, you know. The only other time I've had some kind of a problem with the police was when I was 17 years old. Me and my mates were in a car outside a social club, and we were sitting in the car and we were smoking cigars. We were smoking roll-ups at the time, yeah. There was no weed in the car or anything like that. There was no reason to give any reasons for saying there was weed in the car. But next minute, we're sitting in the car, we're just waiting for someone to come out of the social club, minding our own fucking business, and there's a policeman at either end, like, obstructing the doors, like, they're like this. excuse me sir, would you mind stepping out of the car? I'm like, oh, the fucking hell, what do these people want? So, would you mind stepping out of the car, please? It says, what have we done? Just step out of the car, keep your hands on the dashboard, sir. Fuck's sake, man, like this. Keep your hands where you are, keep them out of their pockets like that. Next minute they're inside your pockets, they're just looking in your pockets. And anyway, they make us come out onto the car. We've got our hands out on the car like that, so we've got our hands on the car. Now don't fucking move, basically. He didn't swear, but he said don't move, like that. And he said, what have we done? And they've got the attitude, like, because, you know, you're young at the time, you button your fucking lip. Don't say a word. We're the police, we'll ask the questions, you just sit there or stand there and do as you're told. That's the kind of attitude you have. And when you've got that kind of an attitude, these are the kind of people we're fucking dealing with. Okay, I'll be honest with you. We were in the car. There was about 4 of us in the car. We were all smoking cigars, big fat fuck off Hamlet cigars, you know. And the car did sort of look like, we had one of the windows open, it did look like something out of a Cheech and Chong fucking movie, you know, there was a lot of smoke blowing out of it. Fair enough, that's what a lot of us let it slide at the time, because it was funny, we were young, I took it as a joke, you know, I was laughing half the time, even though I had my hand up there and they were treating us like a fucking criminal. You know, they didn't handcuff me back then. I don't know what they handcuffed me for today. I mean, what's the difference between what I did back then to what I did now? I wasn't walking down the street today, I was just sitting in a car the last time. Just put your hands up, you know? I don't fucking understand the mentality of the police. I just don't understand it. But I can let it slide up to a degree. But it's just the attitude of the police, the way they carry themselves, the way they bring themselves across to people, the attitude of just keep your mouth shut, just do as you're fucking told. We fucking teach you exactly what to do. That's it. You listen to us and don't fucking question us. This is the kind of shit that I don't fucking like. I don't like being told what to fucking do. These people don't have the right to tell you what to do. If you're not doing anything fucking illegal, fuck them. Fuck them. So, I'm standing there being arse-fucked by 3 officers in plain clothes for no reason apart from being a human being, walking down the street, minding my own business, doing nothing. By the end of it, they find nothing. The rucksack's empty. I've got a rucksack on my bag. It's empty. It's on my back, sorry. I've got a rucksack on my back and it's empty. All I was carrying in it, I think I had a bank card in it at the time, and while I was getting questions, while I was looking at the officer who kept saying, just look at me, don't worry about what they're doing. I'm sorry, it's a bit hard to, because one of your officers has his hands on my fucking nutsack, okay? I take that shit a little bit fucking personally. 1 minute you're walking down the street, next minute you've got an officer grabbing your fucking balls in your dick, okay? That's intrusive as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, I'm standing there, next minute, she's got a bank card in her hand. She thinks that she's found, like, the holy fucking grail. She thinks she's got me. She thinks I've just came out of someone's house and I've stole some of their bank cards. And she looks at me and she goes, excuse me, sir. Oh, watch this. Excuse me, sir. Could you tell me your name? And she's hoping, man. She's hoping and praying that that name on that bank card doesn't match the name that I give her. And I go, yes, my name is James Wilson. And you should have seen her face drop. It was like, what are we going to do now? That's the kind of shit there. Anyway, by the end of it, they had to let me go. They had nothing on me. And you should have seen the 3 of them. They looked like I just broke into their house, literally broke into their house, get it, and shot their fucking mother. It was unbelievable. So anyway, he gives me the bag back. And it's like he was trying to find a reason for stopping me, and this is the reason he gave me. Yeah, I'm just looking at your bag. Your bag's empty. So, and he's like, well, your bag was empty. It's quite light. It's funny you're walking around with an empty bag. Oh, right, I get it. I'm walking around with an empty bag because I'm just going to burst into someone's house, and then that's what it was for. I said I was walking around with an empty bag because what I do is I walk around for 2 hours around the park, get my exercise, and then on the way home, I go into a shop, I buy some food, I whack it in my rucksack, over my shoulder, and then I walk home. Didn't have an answer for it, didn't have a reason for it, didn't apologise for pulling me over, didn't apologise for touching me up, practically feeling my cock, didn't apologise for whacking handcuffs on me. There was no apologies, they were like fucking robots. Literally, 3 robots who are sent out into society to fuck you over, don't give you any apology. I mean, surely I'm not a criminal. I'm just a normal, everyday Joe walking down the street. Then why did you feel the need to pull me over for? And once you found that I had nothing on my persons, it never entered your mind at one point before you get back into the car to apologise for pulling me over. you know, or saying, well, or also saying that we've pulled you over today and you can feel free to get some kind of a form to let us know. There was none of that. It's just get back in the car and let's just drive off, and let's hope this guy never ever goes to the police station and logs this. But I am going into the police station to log this shit. It's currently 12:15 at night. I'm so wound up now, you know. I could literally go out and beat down 30 cops and I wouldn't feel remorseful in any fucking way. I'm waiting until 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm going down to my local fucking police station, the local Nick. I'm going to go down there and I'm going to put a fucking report in about all 3 of these dirty, no good, miserable fucking cunts. Because that's all they are. They're fucking cunts. They're burdens on society, not the normal fucking people. They're all wankers. Fuck the fucking police.